Now mount storage account to Databricks. First, change the notebook name. That will be Azure or Sales Data Cleaning. First, let's create the compute because it takes a lot of time for cluster to start. Let's rename it Data Cleaning, and policy will be unrestricted and Databricks runtime will be as it is. And make sure this option is enabled, photon acceleration. What it does is it accelerates your Apache Spark workloads, which reduces costs, and worker type will be as it is, and workers will be single because I am working alone, and terminate after 30 minutes of inactivity. The reason why I have entered 30 minutes is because what happens is sometimes we forget that the cluster is running and it costs money. All right, so that's it. Now click on create. Now until this cluster is running, let's write the code to mount Azure storage account to Databricks. dbutils.fs.mount source equal to was :/ and here will be our container name @storage account name .blob .core .windows .net, and then here will be mount point equal to mount /mount/ container name. Okay, so what is our container name? For that purpose we have to go to the storage account, and there is a container, and this is our container name, raw data. So paste it in here, and for the storage account, what is our storage account name? This is our storage account name, and then paste it in here. All right, now extra configurations, it is equal to fs.azure.account.key storage account name .blob .core .windows .net, and then there will be dbutils .secret .get and Databricks scope, and then key vault secret name. Okay, so what was our Databricks scope? It was Databricks scope, and key vault secret name is, there is a key vault and secrets. This is our secret name. Let's write it in here. All right, now cluster is running too, so let's connect our cluster and enter shift plus enter. Okay, now if I type here dbutils.fs.mount slash raw data. Now you can see here is our files. Okay, so similarly we have to mount the other storage too. Okay, so for that purpose we have to copy this and paste it in here. Comment this out as this is already mounted. And for the raw data, this will be transformed data, and other things will be as it is. Run it again. Okay, it's saying true. True means it has run successfully. Now if I do dbutils dot fs dot ls slash mount slash mount slash transformed data, then it will say empty list because there is no data in here. Okay, so now let's load these files like accounts file, data dictionary, products, sales pipeline, sales teams into data frames. So accounts underscore df equal to spark dot read dot format, and it will be csv dot load dot option, and option will be header, and header will be true dot option infer schema true. Schema will be automatically inferred dot load, and our we have to give our location here. Strings, and in between strings we have to give our location. Okay, now copy this and paste it 4 times. 3 4 5. For the accounts it will be data dictionary, data dictionary, and this will be products. This will be sales pipeline. This will be sales teams. Now if I say here accounts df dot show, let's show 2 rows. Okay, and now you can see here is our data. Now for the cleaning process, first let's see if our column names are as they appear. So for that we will have to print accounts df dot columns and print what is the next, data dictionary dot columns, data dictionary df dot columns, and then products df dot columns, print date sales pipeline dot underscore df dot columns, and then print sales teams df dot columns. Now we can see columns are as they appear. Now we only need to fix these three column names because these are like first letter is capital, we need to small it. And for the subsidiary of, let's change it to parent company because it will look more good and more understandable too. So it will be accounts df equal to accounts df dot with column renamed, and it will be, what is the column name, subsidiary of, subsidiary of to parent company, to parent company. And similarly we need to change these things here. So data dictionary equal to data dictionary dot with column renamed, and table to table dot with column renamed, and here will be field will be renamed to field, and then dot with column renamed. Then again description will be changed to description. So now if I say accounts df dot show only one row, and you can see it is changed to parent company. And similarly if I say data dictionary dot show 1, and you can see it's small characters now. Now what we will do is we will see if our table contains null values or not. So it will be null counts for accounts df equal to accounts df dot select sum when column for columns dot is null comma 1 dot otherwise 0 dot alias column for column in counts df dot columns. Yes, no, actually not right now. And let's do it for all the other columns too. 3, 4, 5. Okay, now let's change this to data dictionary, and this to products, and this accounts to sales underscore pipeline, and this accounts to sales teams. Now as you can see it's giving error and when and column. Basically we need to import these functions sum when column. So let's import it first from PySpark dot SQL dot functions import sum column when. Okay, Alright, it should not give any error now. Very well, it's not giving any errors. Let's also display these null count table. Let's do it for all the tables. Now as you can see, the account table does not contain any nulls except the parent company. It contains 70 nulls, and this is the data dictionary table, and this does not contain any nulls. And for the product table there is no null, and for the sales pipeline the account contains 1425 nulls, engage date contains nulls, close date contains null, and close value contain nulls too. And for the sales teams, this does not contain any nulls. So let's fix the nulls. So it's a very simple function, accounts df equal to accounts df dot filna, and it will be parent company, parent company, and let's change it to independent. And what other table contains null? Sales pipeline. And then for the sales pipeline equal to sales pipeline dot filna, which of what is the table name, column name, account. And actually first we need to see what table actually contains. So it will be sales pipeline dot display. Okay, now as you can see, account is a string and it contains null. We can say here unknown. And for the engage date and close date, we cannot really do anything with it because these are dates, and we cannot add any other artificial date. It will just mess up, or otherwise we can also not remove these nulls because these are a lot of rows. As you can see, 20, 89 and 500 rows. And for the close value we can also not do anything in here, so we will have to leave it as it is because we cannot really do a mean or median or find or fill any other value here because it will just make the data less accurate. So we will leave other things as it is, and we will change only account to unknown. Account colon unknown. So now if we again check the null values, let's copy this one and let's say null count dot dis dot display, and you can see parent company does not contain any nulls. Now let's move this data to Azure Storage Account Container transform data. So it will be accounts df dot write dot option, and header will be true, and then there will be our CSV, and here will be our location. And change the raw to transform data, And similarly do it for all the other tables too. Oops. Let's do it for all the others. And this will be accounts df, and it will be, and what is this table name? This is data dictionary. Data dictionary. And similarly this is products. And this is sales pipeline. And this is sales teams. Sales teams. By the way, you can also change any name in here, okay, but I will just keep it as it is. But I will have to comment this out as this table was already moved accidentally. So let's shift plus center. All right, now let's go back to the storage account, and in containers, now you can see here is our data like accounts, data dictionary, and products. Okay. All right, now the Databricks part is also completed. Now in the next part we will create a Synapse Analytics workspace, and then there we will find insights from the data using SQL